Did you know that the very first commercial oil well that was drilled west of the Mississippi River in the United States was right here in southeast Kansas in Neodesha? In 1891, four Neodesha businessmen contacted a Pennsylvania man named William Mills, who had drilled experimental gas wells in different parts of southeast Kansas. So they asked him to come and drill experimental wells in the Neodesha area, hoping to strike natural gas. A Neodesha blacksmith named T.J. Norman had a 4-acre garden plot on the outskirts of town along the Verdigris River, and his land was chosen as the first site to drill. And on November 28th, 1892, they struck oil on Norman's land. That first oil well was named Norman Number 1, and it was a very successful oil well, producing 12 barrels of oil a day. Norman Number 1 was the first commercial oil well drilled west of the Mississippi River. It was also the first oil well that was part of the Mid-Continent oil field, which covered a vast amount of the Midwest and was very successful up until the late 1930s. It was the oil company that gave competition to Standard Oil and kind of ended their monopoly. This new discovery of oil in Kansas was huge for our state. By 1904, Kansas was producing nearly 4 million barrels of crude oil a year, and by 1925, Kansas ranked fifth in the entire United States in oil production. Unfortunately, Norman Number 1 was abandoned in 1919, and the site was overgrown with weeds along the Verdigris River until 1961, when a replica oil derrick was built on the original well site, and it was put on the National Register of Historic Places. It became a national historic landmark. A city park was built in the area. The city museum now has a lot of the history of Norman Number 1. It's a really cool piece of Neodesha and state history to visit. Now you know.